everyone. So I'm playing with my How to Kill a Kit with Style for April, and I'm going to pull in some sequins and these adorable Stamp Market stamps and also some fabulous inks. So these are the wood veneers that were part of my kit, and I wanted to get them a deep dark purple. So I took my Catherine Pooler Royal Treatment ink pad. These ink pads are, I'm telling you right now, they're kind of giving my Altenew mini ink cubes a run for their money. I'm not going to lie. I've been loving them. The only thing, I'm just worried that I'm going to collect a whole bunch of them and I'm not going to be able to store them. So we have to figure that out. So I'm just turning them over, blotting them into the Royal Treatment dye ink right into the ink pad. And then I'm kind of blotting some of the ink off so that you get that real deep dark purple. So the next thing I'm going to work on is stamping. I have said this before, when you're going to do messy things on the layout or stamping on the layout, do those things first, get them out of the way. So my butterflies are off to the side where they can dry thoroughly. And now I'm going to do some inking. So this is another Catherine Pooler color. This is Hot Tub. And I'm going to stamp all of these alphabet stamps 3 times, and then I'm going to die cut them, and I'm going to get lots and lots of teeny tiny little letters. So this is the second, when I bought my Stamp Market stamps, I bought both sizes of the alphabet and then both the coordinating dies to cut them apart. And I love, for scrapbooking, for traveler's notebooks, these are fun. So I just recently bought some of that adhesive stuff in an effort to see if I could make these into stickers, which I thought would be a bit easier once they're die cut if they're stickers, right? I'm not sure how it works yet. I haven't figured it all out, but as soon as I do, we will definitely be I'll be showing you guys how to do that. I received my Stamp Market stamps and dies from Christina at Redefined Creative. I'm not sure if she has any in her shop or not, but you can always just go to the Stamp Market website and buy them from the Stamp Market. Next up, I'm going to use more of this beautiful purple Royal Treatment ink, and I'm going to ink up these flowers. These are those beautiful florals that are part of my How to Kill a Kit with Style for April, and I've actually used them quite a bit. So I'm really happy about that. I got good use out of them, and I'm really excited about that. So this will be the last process video using my How to Kill a Kit with Style for April. For May, I have a super easy plan. So for those of you who are following along on my Sarah's Spending Quarantine videos, in May, one of my subscribers suggested that I just pull whatever collection is in the bottom of my paper tower and to use that one, and to use up whatever that collection is. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. So this is my last process video using this kit. I have 2 layouts, 2 traveler's notebook spreads, and then I did a bunch of weeks of Project Life, which I didn't film but will be in the layout share. So now I am just taking these bits and pieces of paper, getting an idea of where I want them on my page. I have all of my mise en place done, as it were. So I have all my butterflies, they are dry. I have all those beautiful letters. I have these stamped flowers that I fussy cut, and now I can just, everything's ready and done, and I can just create now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and map my photo. I cut it down a little bit to make it a little narrower so what you were looking at was the actual important part of the photo, which is one of Degas' sculptures. I also have done off camera some journaling about this particular sculpture, that it was cast in 1922 after Degas had died, that it originally was a wax statue, so it would have decayed over time, and so they recast them in bronze to be able to have them forever. I also talk about the toile on her skirt. So when I took this photo, it was a number of years ago when I saw this at the Met, and you can tell how kind of old her skirt is. And now, if you go to see her in 2018, they replaced the twill on her skirt, so her skirt is now a beautiful shade of pink. But I have the old original skirt on her. um, the butterflies dried, and they dried a little darker than maybe I would have liked. But that's okay, because it's actually sets this photo off perfectly, because the bronze has that like purpley brown patina on it, and it worked really, really well. I am going to add some sequins to this Traveler's Notebook spread. So I believe sequins are the most fabulous things for Traveler's Notebooks because they're flat, but they add so much sparkle. So this is the Glitz and Glam mix from Spiegelmom Scraps. There are no releases during May. Jody decided she'd give her customers a break, and so all of the sparklers are pulling into their stash and grabbing some beautiful sequin mixes that maybe they want to play with more. And so for me, the first one was this Glitz and Glam one because I didn't have a chance to use it on anything yet. And it's totally beautiful. So it's like purpley with some bronze and gold colors, and it's gorgeous. I decided to use this iris fold piece. If you remember from my kit share, I created this as part of a class in one of Christina Sorge's Layout Palooza events. And so I still had it. I wanted to use it, and I decided to use it as a pocket. So I put some score tape on 3 sides. I'm going to take my journaling. I'm going to just kind of put it right down into that pocket. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my title to my journaling with all the teeny tiny letters. So I'm going to put the sequins back. I'm going to kind of set the flowers aside, and I'm going to go through all these teeny tiny letters. So the teeny tiny letters were fun. Remember, I stamped and die cut three stamps of these. So I had plenty of letters to work with. I just had to kind of organize them and figure out where they all went and how find the letters I need. That's probably the hardest part about these teeny tiny letters, or even the big ones, is just like when you stamp and die cut them multiple times, you end up with teeny tiny letters everywhere. So this was my plan. This is what I did. I organized them all onto that side of my mixed media map, and then I left them there. And I did this layout, and then I just pulled out my Project Life, left the kit on my desk, and did 2 weeks worth of Project Life. And I used a whole bunch more of these little letters. So till I was done, I had actually created 3 different projects, and I had used a lot of the little letters. I still have a few more, and I just popped those into a little Ziploc baggie for later use. But since I had them all out on my desk and all separated out so I could easily find the letters, I created as much as I could until with those letters. So I'm just adding the name of the sculpture. I'm adding the year that the sculpture was cast, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some sequins just to my little card that has all of the journaling on. So you can see here how nice those sequins kind of really set off. They set off journaling. They kind of fill in some gaps in your Traveler's Notebook layout, and they're flat, which is awesome. So the wood veneer I'm using is from Kaisercraft, and it's not really, really, really thin. So if you've ever gotten wood veneer from Colorcast Designs, that wood veneer is so fabulous. It's like the thinnest wood veneer ever. It's perfect. It's like as thick as a sticker. It's so cool. This is a little bit thicker than that, but not too much. It's actually very, it's not as bulky. Like some wood veneers, very, very, bulky. This is not very bulky, so it would work okay in a Traveler's Notebook. And that's the Kaisercraft wood veneer. It comes in lots and lots of different styles and colors, and I get mine added cherry on top, of course. So now I'm just adding the last little bits to the other side of the layout. I decided I want a little bit of color up there at the top of my spread. My notebook is a graph notebook from Rock Your Notebook. And so it's stitched together. They hold up really well to just a little bit of bulk. And I only have 3 more pages in this traveler's notebook. Which makes me kind of sad because this was like one of my most favorite, and it's going to be a while till I'm going to be able to go and see more paintings to create a second book. So I'm going to add these stamped flowers to this side, and I like how I have some of the flowers kind of peeking out and kind of going off the edge. I decided to put a flower into the center of that iris pocket that I created. And then, so what I'm going to do for sure is I am keeping a close eye on where I am putting these butterflies because I don't want them to touch. So I want them to be offset so that when you close the book, they kind of lay into each other and not create too much bulk between, like if I had put them completely symmetrical on either side of my layout, I would have ended up with I would have ended up with too thick wood veneers sitting on top of each other, and I didn't want them to sit on top of each other when you close the book. So that's why I was checking to make sure that I hadn't done that. Another sprinkle of sequins, and this is going to complete my layout. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love how this turned out. It's like bright and fun and pretty, and but the butterflies kind of help to ground it and set off that beautiful statue. If you are looking for some sequins, or if there are mixes you haven't had a chance to purchase yet and you need some in your stash, you can head over to the Spiegelmom Scraps shop. You will always find my affiliate link down below, and that will also give you a discount as well. And you can also always use my code to save 15%. Here are all of the beautiful close-ups. I love that Stampin' Die set. I love those little letters. They're so cute. You can see here how that purple ink kind of dyed the wood veneer like that almost bronzy look, which I really enjoy. Okay, guys, see you all again very soon. Bye.